Today we get a story of this Minecraft kid that gets super mad when the subscriber says that Minecraft is a trash game, and the Minecraft kid gets so mad that he does all this crazy stuff like throwing rocks at the subscriber, trying to poison the subscriber's water, dude. Like, it's completely ridiculous. Leave a like in the video to claim your free nothing, and let's call today's subscriber who sent in a story, let's call him James. So anyways, this all happened one day in 3rd grade. So James and a bunch of other kids in his class, they're all sitting around a table at lunch. And James didn't know all these kids super well, but they were all in his class, so he was all kind of friendly with all of them. And they were talking about a lot of stuff. They were having, like, debates or whatever. And, you know, the first debate was, like, which show is better? Like, do we like Adventure Time or regular show better? Personally, I think both are very fire. I was watching some regular show last night. Man, that show still slaps. X number of years later, bro, that's what I'm saying. But anyways, right, eventually the topic of, like, what is the greatest game of all time came up. Some people, I don't know, they were saying some Xbox games, like, I don't know, like Call of Duty or something like that. Some people were saying, like, Fortnite or something. And then this one kid said Minecraft was the greatest game of all time. And let me just say that, you know, I wasn't a kid who ever had an Xbox. I didn't have a PC. I was always stuck to, like, iPhone, iPad games, and then more recently, I have a Mac, which I use for school, but I also use for recording games like Minecraft. So I've always had, personally, I'm a huge fan of Minecraft, partially because that's one of the games I could ever have. But basically, right, the subscriber, who we're calling James, as soon as this kid said, oh, Minecraft is the greatest game of all time, look, dude, James just isn't a fan of Minecraft, and that's totally okay. So James kind of said, like, jokingly, he's like, dude, Minecraft is trash. Like, it's not even close to the top game ever. It sucks. And then after he said that, right, this kid, who we're going to call the Minecraft kid, aka the one who said Minecraft was the greatest game, kind of just goes really silent. And James kind of just looks at him, is like, don't worry, bro, I'm just joking. That game's okay. Like, I'm not a fan, but, like, you're allowed to like it. But this kid doesn't say anything. He just starts looking at James. And he gets his like, brows start to, like, furrow and, like, or whatever it is when they get all, like, scrunchy. And he's like, he starts making this noise. He's like, kind of like, you know, I don't know, a plane is flying by. James is like, oh, bro, is a plane flying by, dude? And he just hears the Minecraft kid go, and the Minecraft kid eventually stands straight up. His fists are balled. He looks at James. He goes, hiss. The kid literally hisses at him, bro. Like, I'm not even kidding. The Minecraft kid looks at the subscriber all angry and hisses at him and then runs away. And look, okay, they're in 3rd grade, but even everyone else at the table, dude, I don't care if you're in 3rd grade, everyone else at the table was like, bro, what did I just witness, dude? Like, what? And James is kind of thinking to himself, like, dude, like, I'm just going to ignore that. I'm just going to pretend that didn't happen, and I'm just going to go about my life. And this is where the strange sequence of events starts to happen. So anyways, right, you know, James goes to class is normal, and eventually, you know, he gets out of class and it's time for recess. So James is hanging with his friend, let's just call him Henry. So James and Henry, they're just, I don't know, they're at the swings. Dude, I used to love the swings back in the day, but they were at the swings, just kind of sitting there, having a pretty good time, when the Minecraft kid, you know, kind of, you know, shows up into James's view, and James is like, oh, there's the Minecraft kid. I haven't seen him since he hissed at me at lunch today. And the Minecraft kid, he makes eye contact with James. And James and the Minecraft kid kind of stare at each other for like a fat second. And James in his head is like, all right, bro, this is kind of awkward. And so James and the Minecraft kid are kind of just looking at each other. And James is like, all right, this is kind of weird. And then all of a sudden, the Minecraft kid starts sprinting towards James. And Henry looks at James and is like, dude, do you know this kid? And James is like, yeah, I'll explain later. And, like, in the middle of saying later, the Minecraft kid comes up to him and literally bites James on the arm. He thankfully doesn't break the skin, because then there can be infections and a lot of bad stuff like that. But he goes up to James and basically bites him. And James is like, bro. And the Minecraft kid is like, this is part 1 of my revenge. And then sprints away. And Henry looks at James and is like, dude, what just happened? And, you know, James is inspecting his arm. It's like, all right, he didn't break the skin. Like, this is kind of a little weird, but whatever, dude. And, James eventually explains what happens at lunch, and Henry's like, dude really took it that seriously? Is it not just a video game? It's also a video game. It's not like he made the game. It's not like he's taking it personally. He just likes the game, bro. Like, what's up with that? Real quick, the secret word of the day is Minecraft, so comment Minecraft down below. I'm going to try and heart some comments to say that, but just know I'm busy today, so don't take it personally. Make sure you've joined the Discord, turn on my notifications, and follow me on Instagram. That's where you submit the stories. Anyways, right, so at this point, James is just like, okay, whatever, he bit me, I guess we're even now or something. Still totally weird, but I'm going to go about my day. So James at his school had cubbies where you put your backpack, you put anything else. They weren't lockers where they'd close. They were kind of like lockers, but they were open, if you don't know what a cubby is. So kind of anyone could, in theory, go in there. It's just like lockers, like if it gets locked, that's a whole deal or whatever. And they weren't really carrying anything that important. They didn't need computers because they were in 3rd grade. But James walks back to his locker and he sees that the Minecraft kid is there. And James, instead of like confronting him, wants to see what he does. So he kind of hides, but hides in a way that he can see what he's doing. And all of a sudden, right, James sees the Minecraft kid carrying, like he sees in one hand, a little plastic bag of dirt. And in that plastic bag of dirt is just like, it's just like a bunch of dirt and soil and just a bunch of random crap, right? So anyways, James is looking and he sees the Minecraft kid take his water bottle out of his cubby, and then he opens the thing of dirt and starts pouring the dirt into his water. And first of all, James is like, bro, really thought I was going to drink that, even though the water looks like, I don't know, my dog did number 2 in it. Like, I'm not drinking that. Like, maybe if my drink was, like, brown colored already and you poured dirt into it, you could prank me like that. But, dude, there was water in there, bro. But to be fair, it wasn't a clear water bottle, so, like, maybe you wouldn't have even looked. I don't really know. Anyways, right, then the Minecraft kid, after filling the water bottle with dirt, closes it up again, puts it back in the cubby, and then the Minecraft kind of looks to his left and looks to his right, but thankfully, James is hidden away enough that he doesn't see him, and the Minecraft kid then runs away. So James gives it like 30 seconds and then walks up to his locker, and sure enough, or his cubby, not his locker, and sure enough sees that there's a water bottle, and he opens it up, and yep, it is full of dirt and random crap and grime and stuff. Like, he's like, dude, really? You really was trying to prank me with this? Like, dude, I don't know what's in here. Like, there could be, like, stuff that I'm allergic to or stuff you're not supposed to eat. Like, Minecraft kid really out here trying to get in the water supply of this kid, dude. But it doesn't end here. You might have thought that was the end of it. It doesn't end here because sure enough, right, James puts it away, grabs his backpack. He needs to go to class anyways. And this class he has with the Minecraft kid. And he's like, oh, boy, like, I really got to have class with this guy. So anyways, goes to the class, is literally just kind of sitting there, and the class ends, the bell rings, whatever, and James, he needs to go talk to the teacher, so James is there a little bit later, and the Minecraft kid is very slow packing up his bags, and the teacher is like, all right, James, I gotta run, but thanks for coming to talk to me. James had forgotten to like submit something, like hand in some homework, so he was handing it in late or something. So James goes back to his desk, and everyone except him and the Minecraft kid are in the class, and the teacher has already left at this point. So the Minecraft kid, who has his backpack on, runs up to James and kicks him in the shin and then runs out of the class. And James is like, oh, God, like, because it actually did hurt. The Minecraft kid did aim with precision and force. And James is like, bro is really after me for calling Minecraft trash. So anyways, right, the day ends, and it's finally time to, like, be picked up by the parents. So anyways, what happens is, like, they all start walking out, and James, like, he finishes up with his class, he packs up his bag, and he starts walking out, and the parents normally show up, like, 10 minutes later, right? So anyways, he's walking out, and all of a sudden, he feels this thing stinging on his leg. He feels his leg stinging. And he's like, oh, what happened? And he realized that a small kind of round, hard, cold object just hit him in the leg. And then he feels a pain on the side of his head. He's like, what? And he realizes that something's being thrown at him. And he looks at the ground, and there's this kind of small but still decently sized rock. And he's like, bro. And he picks it up, and he realizes that the Minecraft kid was waiting for him to leave class and has been throwing rocks at him. However, this time, the kid messed up. And kind of trying to do that in the anonymous voice. The kid messed up. Because the principal had been outside, because the principal's like I don't know, ushering people out, being like, thanks for coming, guys, whatever, right? And sees this and it's like, hey, you two, come with me. And so anyways, right, the principal brings the two over to the corner and asks what happened. And James immediately says exactly what happened, blurts it out as quickly as possible, goes over what he said, how it's really a nothing burger, right? And how this kid has been harassing him the whole day. And the Minecraft kid, instead of lying or like trying to downplay what he was doing, the Minecraft kid literally just refused to speak. So the principal's like, all right, well, since this kid isn't going to talk to me, like, James, I'm just going to have to take you at face value. And if that's true, then like, you're coming with me. And he basically grabs the Minecraft kid and told that James could go. So anyways, the Minecraft kid, he gets like in-school suspension for a couple days and he has to write a letter apologizing to James, which James is like, you know what? That's good enough for me. Click on the video on screen right now. I know you'll enjoy it. Just click it, do it.